The grand mansion stood proudly at the edge of the city, a silent symbol of wealth, ambition, and success. Its tall iron gates opened only for luxury cars and important guests. Behind those walls lived a man whose name carried weight in every boardroom. One signature from him could change the destiny of companies overnight. He was powerful, respected, and feared. Yet beneath all that power lay a wound no amount of gold could ever heal. That man was Mr. Alden. A self-made millionaire who had everything life could offer, except the one thing his heart longed for: his daughter's sight. Little Lily had been blind since infancy. From the moment she opened her tiny eyes to the world, doctors had confirmed it, she could not see. She never followed the sunlight, never reached for the bright toys placed before her, and never met her father's gaze when he tried to make her smile. The news broke Alden's heart. He blamed himself endlessly for being absent during her birth, for chasing business deals instead of moments with his wife and newborn child. By the time he returned, fate had already closed the window of innocence. His daughter's world was dark, and his guilt only deepened the shadows. So he did what rich men often do when faced with pain. He built walls. Walls of marble and silence. He filled the mansion with servants who spoke in whispers and hid his emotions behind contracts and conference calls. Lily grew up surrounded by luxury but untouched by laughter. She wore dresses sewn from silk, played with golden toys, yet lived in a world that felt empty. Everyone accepted what the doctors said. Everyone believed the little girl could never see. Everyone, except the maid. Before I take you further into this story of heartbreak, truth, and miraculous love, I have a small request. If you believe in compassion, in the beauty of second chances, and in the quiet power of kindness, please like this video, share it with someone who could use a little hope today, and subscribe to our channel, Kindness Talks. Your support helps us bring more true stories that remind the world what humanity really means. Now, let's return to the story. The maid's name was Clara. A young woman in her early 20s, with gentle hands and a heart far stronger than her circumstances. She came from humble beginnings, working long hours to support her younger siblings back home. Each day she polished marble floors that gleamed brighter than her future, and dusted chandeliers she could never dream to own. But even poverty couldn't dull the light inside her. Clara's kindness was genuine. She treated Lily not as a fragile burden, but as a child who deserved laughter, friendship, and joy. From her very first day, Clara noticed what no one else had. When she walked into Lily's room carrying a tray, the child's head turned slightly. Before Clara even spoke. When she placed a vase of flowers near the window, Lily's gaze lingered on the bright colors for a heartbeat, longer than chance could explain. And once, when a silver hairpin slipped from Clara's hand and glimmered on the carpet, Lily's eyes followed its sparkle ever so faintly. At first, Clara thought it was her imagination. How could a maid, with no medical training, possibly doubt the words of certified doctors? She feared losing her job, and with it, her only means to care for her family. Still, her heart whispered something her mind could not ignore. Lily could see. Maybe not clearly, maybe only shadows or shapes, but something deep inside told her the darkness wasn't complete. Days turned into weeks, and Clara began to test her belief quietly. She would place Lily's toys at different spots under sunlight. And each time, Lily's small hand reached for the one glimmering in the light. She would sweep the floor with a flashlight in hand, pretending to clean, and notice the faint narrowing of Lily's pupils. Every test brought more proof, and more fear. If she was wrong, she'd be dismissed. If she was right, then everyone had been wrong for years. The truth came to light one golden afternoon. The playroom was bathed in warm sunlight streaming through tall windows. Lily sat in her red dress, a soft teddy bear resting in her lap. Clara knelt beside her, holding a small torch. Not to frighten, but to confirm what her heart already knew. She shone it gently toward Lily's eyes. And there it was. A flicker. A reflection. a spark of life that had never truly gone out. Clara's breath caught in her chest. She whispered to herself, "This child, she's not blind. She's trapped inside a story that was never hers." Just then, the quiet was broken by the sound of footsteps echoing through the hall. Mr. Alden stood in the doorway, his polished shoes glinting against the marble floor, his face frozen between confusion and fear. He saw Clara kneeling there, the torchlight glowing in his daughter's eyes. Eyes that were open, alive, and following the beam. For a long moment, time stood still. Then, Lily's tiny voice trembled through the silence. "It's so bright." Those 3 words shattered years of sorrow. Mr. Alden's world tilted. His heart pounded as realization hit him. His daughter could see. Maybe not perfectly, but enough. His knees weakened, tears flooding his eyes for the first time in years. Clara, trembling yet brave, explained everything. The small signs, the movements, the quiet tests she had done. She admitted her fear, but also her certainty. Mr. Alden listened in disbelief, torn between anger, hope, and overwhelming guilt. How could so many experts have missed what this humble maid had seen? Within days, new specialists were called. Ones who looked deeper, listened closer, and didn't rush to conclusions. Tests were done, lights shone, and the truth finally unfolded. Lily wasn't fully blind. She suffered from a rare visual condition that dimmed her sight, but did not erase it. With patience, therapy, and love, her vision could be strengthened. Mr. Alden locked himself in his study that night, and wept like a broken man. All these years, his daughter had been reaching for him, and he had failed to see her. But now, he was determined to make it right. The mansion slowly transformed. The cold silence melted into laughter. Lily began noticing colors, the blue of her teddy bear, the golden light that streamed through the windows, the green leaves dancing outside. She painted messy rainbows, read picture books with her father, and giggled at his cufflinks that sparkled like stars. And through it all, Clara stayed by her side. Mr. Alden offered her wealth, promotions, and comfort. But she asked for none of it. All she wanted was for Lily to have love, time, and attention. The treasures money could never buy. News of the miracle spread through the city. People whispered the story of a billionaire's daughter, who regained her sight, not through science or surgery, but through the courage of a maid who believed when no one else did. It became a story of faith, compassion, and the quiet power of seeing beyond appearances. For Mr. Alden, it was the greatest transformation of his life. He stopped counting his worth in skyscrapers and started finding it in his daughter's laughter. The man who once ruled boardrooms now sat cross-legged on the floor, building block castles with Lily and Clara. The mansion that once echoed with emptiness now sang with joy and life. Clara never sought praise, but she became the quiet hero of their world. To Lily, she was more than a maid. She was a sister, a friend, an angel who saw what others could not. To Mr. Alden, she was proof that kindness is the greatest form of wealth a person can ever hold. If this story touched your heart, if it reminded you that love and compassion can change even the darkest circumstances, please like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Kindness Talks. Together, we can spread stories that awaken hope in hearts that have forgotten how to dream. Before we close, I have one humble request. Leave a comment below. Share what this story meant to you, or a time when someone's kindness changed your life. Your words might become the light someone else needs today. And so, the mansion at the city's edge was no longer just a symbol of fortune. It became a home where hearts healed, laughter bloomed, and a child learned to see. A place where a father discovered the meaning of love, and a maid proved that the richest souls are not those who own the most, but those who give the most. Because even in the grandest halls, kindness remains the brightest light of all.